The most dominant part of the New Brunswick landscape is the Raritan River, the largest river in New Jersey. The Raritan is ranked as the 14th most polluted river in America. Many of the pollutants in the river are left over from industries along it during the first half of the 20th century. However, Annabelle Polioni from NJPIRG believes there could be a new source of pollution in the near future. NJPIRG is an NGO whose mission is to deliver persistent, result-oriented public interest activism that protects consumers, encourages a fair, sustainable economy, and fosters responsive democratic government.
This is Annabelle Polioni, Chapter Chair of NJPIRG and Board of State. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Being from New Brunswick, we are all familiar with the Raritan River. Where's the pollution from the river coming from? And what, or who do you think this is to blame?
Well, a lot of the pollution is actually probably coming off from runoff in the area, specifically from New Brunswick. It would be coming off from runoff. Coming from runoff, like, especially from Rutgers students that just aren't conscious of what they're doing, as well as New Brunswick community is low income and a minority, which would make them, it shouldn't be labeled a environmental justice city just because of the fact that it's very polluted if you go into like areas around like Joyce Kilmer Avenue, and like all you see is garbage all over the grounds. So every time it rains, that goes into the storm drains, which eventually will leak out into the Raritan River, as well as in Linden, which is about 10 or 11 miles away from New Brunswick. It actually is called an environmental justice community. Yeah, because they have dump sites and there's so many I think there's like 2 power plants, and they're trying to build a coal power plant there with carbon capture and sequestration, where they will, they'll be liquefying the carbon dioxide emissions that would be going into the air, which would eventually get into the cloud system and rain into the oceans, causing mercury in fish. What they're going to do is liquefy the carbon dioxide, pump it in pipes, underground piping, that's 70 miles to the ocean, where it would have to go under the Raritan Bay, and then 2.5 miles down below the ocean, and just leaving it there and hoping it doesn't come up or go other places. That's like straight CO2, and it liquefied is very dangerous.
So that will clearly be hurting our ecosystem in many ways.
The biggest corporation active in New Brunswick is Johnson & Johnson, a manufacturer of pharmaceuticals and consumer goods. We tried to get in contact with the Johnson & Johnson representative, but their policy strictly prohibits interviews with students. So we turned to small industries, particularly local restaurants, to get their views on sustainability. We first went to the Grease Trucks, a renowned outdoor food vendor popular with university students.
Your waste?
Sure, we have here at the Grease Trucks, we have a dumpster behind us. We have separate containers for cartons, for example, for plastic, and for just regular waste.
Okay. Would you mind changing the way you run to be more eco-friendly, or do you think that would hurt your business or help your business?
Yeah, I think that will hurt my business in how, for example, we use bottles of water. You know how students on the run, they need bottles of water. If I have tap water, that will basically, slow everybody, and that will basically be profitable for me.
Oh, okay.
We also went to Sanctuary, a local cafe and ice cream parlor.
Can you just tell us your name and what you do here and a little bit about the establishment?
My name's Amanda LaRue. I'm the manager here, cook, all-around person. We do ice cream and food and deliveries and late nights.
Okay. What is your view on sustainability? like conserving the environment, minimizing waste, etc.?
I mean, I believe in recycling and reusing things, and we don't, we do reuse containers and stuff, and we washing things. But as a restaurant, it's hard. There's a lot of garbage. There's a lot, it's why, I use plastic plates as opposed to ceramic plates because they break all the time. I try to keep everything to a minimum so we don't have a tremendous amount of garbage, but, there's a lot of things that can be said, and we recycle everything, but, then you have the trucks that are coming and picking up the recycling. It's almost as much as the garbage. So.
Do you know where Sanctuary gets any of its food or ingredients from? Like where it gets grown or shipped from or anything like that?
Not particularly, no.
Hi, my name is Amanda Dionandan, and I'm a senior at Rutgers University, and I'm currently a public health major.
Hi Amanda, where do you currently work right now?
I work at Cut Your Own Platters on Easton Avenue in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Where are you and your coworkers from?
All the cashiers are from American descent because we all are from the college area. The chefs are all from India, and the kitchen assistants are all from Mexico.
Do you know where your food and products are produced? And do you think it would hurt or help your business if you changed where they came from?
I actually have no idea what goes on in the kitchen, but I feel like if the food was changed to organic or not, it would make a difference because the way our food is prepared, it really wouldn't impact it in any way whatsoever.
Do you know how Katirol regulates their waste management?
I know in the front we have a garbage bin and a recycle bin, and no one actually uses both of them. They just throw everything together. And in the back in the kitchen, we have one bin where everything just gets thrown together.
Okay, do you think it would hurt or help your business if you changed the way you regulated your waste?
I don't think it really would make a difference because our business will still thrive regardless if the waste is separated or not.
Okay. So, where do you aspire to get a job after you graduate?
I currently also work at Robert Wood Johnson, and I hope, right now I'm a pre-med student, so I'm hoping after, I get my MD, I can get a job there.
Would you take into consideration Robert Wood Johnson's green practices before you start working there?
I don't think it would make a difference because, medical waste is just really standard, so if they did whatever with it, my job would still be the same regardless.
Okay. And how do you define sustainability?
To me, sustainability means, having a program that will last a long time by, planning it in the correct way, so it could last not just for, 6 weeks, but it could last for a couple of years.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Hi, my name is Michelle Yen, and I'm a double major in communication and economics, and also minoring in sociology.
Hi, Michelle. What is your definition of sustainability?
Well, to me, sustainability means, I guess, the capacity to endure or just last a very long time.
As an economics major, what would you say is the connection between sustainability and economics in relation to industry?
Well, to me, economics is all about supply and demand. So I guess you'll have a competitive advantage if you're supplying more sustainable products, products that have a good reputation that will last a long time, and that'll create a higher demand for that product. But also I think that, I guess it relates in the sense that a lot of the materials needed to create the products come from the environment. So it's important to maintain and take care of the environment so we can keep creating these products just to help the economy flourish.
Where do you aspire to get a job after you graduate?
I don't really know what I want to do yet after I graduate, but I think I want to work at a company for several years and then perhaps open my own business after.
When deciding where to work, would you take into consideration the company's green practices before you start working there?
Yeah, definitely. Just recently I interviewed with the company, and one of the factors that drew me to it was the fact that they had like a Go Green program, and a lot of their products were used were recycled, and yeah, they're just very environmentally friendly. They gave back to the environment, so that's just a thing that I look for in a company.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Larger industries, they need to invest more in sustainable development, like wind power and solar power. Those would be the quickest ways, but the most cost inefficient initially. But you always make gains back on those forms of energy.